Hey everybody. Before we get started, today in this video, we're going to talk about the life of being an entrepreneur, and hopefully I'll share some resources that will support you as we wrap up this year. But before we dive into that, I just want to say thank you. There's some new people in the community, and I appreciate each and every one of you by being here and hopefully sharing with others. You're able to help other women, but especially Black women, have that emotional and mental well being we deserve, as well as having the tools and the resources to grow our businesses, right? So let's get into that. I know this time of the year, some people use this time of the year as like, okay, they're looking at their goals, figuring out what they did achieve, what they weren't quite able to reach, and they're using this time as quiet time, and they're waiting for the new year, preparing for resolutions and everything. However, me personally, when I'm working with someone as a master life coach, I don't encourage setting New Year's resolutions because honestly, there's so much data that shows most people who set New Year resolutions by the end of January, those things they started, they don't stick, right? So I believe that every day. It should be activity done that gets you closer. It's the day-to-day activities that will get you closer to reaching your goals. I know for many of us entrepreneurs, in order to reach our goals, you're gonna need some capital, right? So in regard to capital, highly recommend become a part of the Hello Skip community. For those who might not be familiar with Hello Skip does offer grants to entrepreneurs every single week. They go live right here on YouTube, offering a $1,000 grant. In addition to that, they do offer 10K grants. Generally, that happens on a at least quarterly basis. 10K grants. Besides that, also, you're going to get access to grants that they're familiar with from other communities. They're partnered with so many communities. You can be a Skip member for zero. It doesn't cost you anything. However, if you do decide to become a Skip Plus member, there is an investment. With that investment, basically what it does, you'll have access to so many tools like Skip AI technology. So when you're applying for a grant, just making sure your grant answer stands out helps make you competitive in that grant application process, right? Also, as a Skip Plus member, you're going to have access to tools that's going to help you start building that business credit, obtaining lines of credit for your business. Skip also has support in developing your business plan for you, website, so many other resources that are available as a Plus member. You could try it out. Um, I think right now, I think there is a trial period of 7 days. You could try it out, cancel anytime. Highly recommend becoming part of the Skip community. But having that capital is so beneficial because it just takes that stress off you as you're planning out your business. Another resource I recommend, especially for those who, I know for many of us Black women, who've been kicked out of the workforce just unexpectedly. Just having a money plan in place, so important. Having an emergency money plan in place. Dr. Kamani, for those who may not be familiar with her, Dr. Kamani um, is a mental health expert, and she supports Black women in exiting toxic work environments. Recently, she did a master class um, called Emergency Money Plan Master Class. Excellent, excellent resource for those who were kicked out the workforce, but especially for Black women. That master class is catered to Black women. So, if that's you, highly recommend that. Um, Especially if you're considering, I know so many um, of us have found ourselves in entrepreneurship through circumstances like that, being kicked out the workforce or the workforce being so toxic that staying there wasn't in your best interest. But that master class is another tool resource that's going to help you prepare financially so you can have that solid foundation, whether you're going to start a business or if you decide that you just are going to look for another career and maybe have a part-time venture. You'll find that beneficial to you either way you go, right? um, Another resource, highly, highly, highly recommend in being an entrepreneur is having the right mindset, right? Because often it's not necessarily what happens to us, is how we respond. And how we respond is based on our thoughts. Our thoughts carry so much power. So, having that right mindset, definitely want to give yourself this now. This is a good thing you should be doing right now, or considering adding um, to your regimen pretty soon, doing a mental health detox. And what that looks like, I generally say at least 5 days, right? If five is too much, try three. But 3 days, taking a break from television, social media, you're focused on you. You're spending time focused on you. And as you're doing that, you want to begin your day. Highly recommend beginning your day with meditation, with prayer, and then stillness. In that quiet time, you will find yourself getting clarity. God is going to reveal some things to you. And I'm willing to bet in that time, you will get the brightest ideals for your business to grow and soar. Also, during your mental health detox, you're feeding yourself that positivity, right? Doing affirmations every single day, at least once a day. But if you want to do it more than that, go for it. All right. But feeding yourself that positivity, reading books that's going to uplift you, listening, even here on YouTube, there's so much positive things on here, but just finding some positive to listen to. But you're feeding your mind positive. Our brain, on average, for the typical adult, every 35 days, your brain is developing new neurons, new brain cells. How they come in is based on what you feed it, not just what you're putting in your mouth, but what you're feeding it, putting into the mind. So, as you start feeding yourself better, you're going to get better results. So, hope you find these tips helpful. If I can be of further support to you as a master life coach who's certified in women's entrepreneurship, I do have some openings available for us to work together, partner, help you on that journey to becoming the best version of yourself, having that emotional, mental well being you deserve, lowering the stress levels in your life, increasing the revenue for your business because you're showing up healed, whole, knowing your worth. If that's something of interest to you, um, all the resources I mentioned in this video, whether it's the Hello Skill, Dr. Kamani's emergency money plan, everything mentioned in the video, you'll find the links for it in my link tree. For those who are interested in us working together, um, we can make that happen when you become a part of my Substack community. As a annual member, you will have um, monthly Q&As. We'll have an initial life coaching session. But at this time, that's the only way to work with me one on one. So go to that link tree, become a part of the Substack community if that's of interest to you. And then, like I said, as an annual member, you will have access to working with me. For all the other resources mentioned, like I said, you will find that in the link tree as well. As always, I am wishing you love, health, happiness. Don't forget, if you are watching this video and you aren't part of the community, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. And as always, wishing love, health, and happiness. Until next time, stay blessed.